press the like button. You know why? Because maybe you don't know about YouTube and algorithm and all that shit, but that's fucking important, my brother. If you can pay us, click the like button and leave a comment. If you can, if you're a very good guy, you can share. But if you're not, just like and comment, and you help us to get this channel growing, right, Matty?
Best podcast in the business. The name is Show Me the Money.
I've come to terms.
Brother, I would watch that shit.
Do you watch it?
You know why? Because it's like Kill Bill, you know? I don't know the names in English. You know, the movie that the guy just started the day, he wants to drink some coffee and he didn't find, and then he kills everybody. You know what movie I'm talking about?
No.
Old fucking movie. The guy on the fucking glasses, you know?
Yeah.
Like the guy had a bad day. See on ChatGPT, my brother. This is like a mix-up of all these movies together.
I don't know. I recognize the Better Call Saul right away, but which fighter do you, or Hutch and the main character in that movie, which fighter do
Fucking
you
Sean
compare?
Strickland, brother. This is Sean
Does
Strickland
Sean
when he's
Strickland have
old.
kids?
No, I don't think he has kids. But the guy was like 60 years old, right? So he still got a little time.
So, if you guys want to check that movie out, it hits theaters August 15th. Nobody 2 is
Did
the
you
movie.
watch the McGregor movie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought people
I
hated
think
on it.
I think it was the same vibe.
Same energy, yeah.
Yeah.
I think people were too tough on that movie. I thought it was okay. I thought it was decent.
I didn't watch.
Okay, you didn't watch it?
No,
yeah.
but from the trailer that I saw, it was the same energy.
Yeah, same type of vibe. So
Yeah.
that's a fun movie. You guys go check that out. August 15th, it hits theaters. And welcome back to the Show Me the Money podcast. Of course, Gilbert is not here. We told you guys that last week. He is dialed in. He's ready to go. His fight is this Saturday at the Apex. I'm leaving tomorrow night. We're filming this on a Tuesday. I'm leaving Wednesday night and heading to Vegas as well. It's going to be a fun weekend, bro. I wish you were coming, dude.
Yeah, I cannot.
No.
I don't have, I have to stay. I am open a business, like you know.
The gym,
and
right?
The gym.
When's it
and
open?
May 31st. So if you
It's
here.
my birthday.
It's your birthday?
My birthday, bro. May 31st.
40? You making 40?
33, bro.
33? You fuck it, bro.
33.
What you drinking,
I
my
might
bro?
look 40 because I'm a old piece of shit right now, bro. I feel old.
Yeah.
Once you hit 30, bro, it never like.
Don't tell me, brother.
Yeah.
I'm making 36, bro.
Yeah, but you're in
Fucking
good shape,
old,
bro.
bro, man, I'm fucking old.
When I was in my 20s, I felt so young, and then the minute you hit 30, it just downhill, bro. It's
Yeah,
downhill.
but guess what? You have money, so you okay.
Dude,
right?
money is not health, though.
Money is everything, my brother.
No, it's
What you
not.
fucking mean, brother? You talking like a liberal, bro. What the fuck?
Hey.
You talking like a fucking...
If you had $1 billion today, but you were dead tomorrow, is money everything?
No.
Yeah.
But because money is freedom, and I'm not
Yeah.
dying tomorrow. So if I have $1 billion today, I'm fucking going to have a great life.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what it means, But
Yeah.
but that's a good question. Would you change places with Warren Buffett today?
Fuck no.
Of course no.
Hell no.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
There's no amount of money like to an extent money is important, but like if you're old, like people always say, like, hey, what's the point of saving money and then finally getting your dream car when you're 70? Like, what are you gonna do with it?
This is just people that fucking waste his life and his money on the youth, This is just people that don't want to work hard and they say that kind of shit.
But do you see the rich, like the super wealthy individuals that like still live in like their 1950 house or car? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know how like Warren Buffett's or other guys, they'll be like...
Yeah, it's not because of the money. It's not the money,
Yeah.
They like him to... It's like a fucking game for them.
Right, but at some
Have
point...
you seen the documentary of Warren Buffett?
No.
He wakes up every day. If his stocks are up, he eats on McDonald's like the expensive shit.
Yeah.
If he's down, he takes just a coffee.
That's
it's
crazy.
It's the lifestyle,
Yeah,
He
yeah.
lives in the same house. He owns the same car.
Right.
So it's not about but I don't know if you ever heard about that. Have you heard about man, how I gonna say that in English? But it's like more money you have,
More problems.
no, not problem. It's like less important the money is.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. For sure. And then the least amount.
You look happy. What's up? What's up, Mazidal? Tell the people what you doing, my bro. You being a fucking creep or what? No, I'm joking, bro. I'm joking.
Oh god. But then the when you have little money and it's super important,
It's fucked
right?
up, of course.
It's
That's
like
what I'm
when
saying.
you don't have something, you want it. When you have it, it's you don't need it or want it as much. That's just anything in life, bro.
Yeah, that's why we
anything
build
in
fucking cars and city and stuff.
Yeah.
People are just greedy, and capitalism take the best of that.
Yeah, no,
know?
it's true, bro. It's true.
Yeah,
You watched the car this past weekend?
100%. I watch every card.
It was good. It was good. Yeah, okay.
It's just my fucking life, my brother.
Yeah.
I make content.
Yeah. What do you think of your boy Jose Aldo, bro? What happened?
Let me tell you something, brother. We're gonna start the pod talking that shit because I never saw a motherfucker get tired like that, like
That was crazy.
It was like
it
this,
was like
brother.
a switch. Yeah.
It was like a switch.
Yeah.
How do you call when the light is switch, right?
Yeah.
They turn the switch off.
Yeah.
He was literally killing the guy, and then
know.
he say, "Okay," and look at the time and say, "I'm fucked."
I think he was like shocked he didn't get the finish, and then he looked at the clock, and now people are memeing it. It's like you look at the clock and there's 3 minutes
3
left.
minutes, bro.
Has that ever happened to you where you thought like the clock was at like a minute and it was like 3-4 minutes left? Like that's literally the realization he had. He was like, "Oh shit, this round just started and I am gassed, bro."
But yeah, even though he fucking lost, of course, the last round.
Yeah.
I think he did not lose the
He
fight.
thought he won rounds 1 and 2.
2-1, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know if the round was a 10-8 to give you a draw, because on the beginning he almost starched the guy.
I think it was a 10-9 because he got a knockdown first in round 3. And then, he had a lot of success in the striking. And then, but the way that fight ended,
Matty, can I stop you for a second, my brother?
Yeah.
I know that's very important, especially we are almost 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
So please,
Thank you.
press the like button, you know why? Because maybe you don't know about YouTube and algorithm and all that shit, but that's fucking important, my brother. If you can pay us, click the like button and leave a comment. If you can, if you're a very good guy, you can share, but if you're not, just like and comment, and you help us to get this channel growing, right, Matty?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comment below. Let us know who you think won. Did Jose Aldo get robbed or did Zahabi rightfully win the fight? I had Zahabi by KO, bro. So the last round, I was freaking out, dude.
That would be a fucking lucky shot, Zahabi by KO.
I mean, yeah, he only had a chance at it because Aldo gassed from trying to finish Zahabi, But Zahabi ended the fight with vicious ground and pound, bro, cutting him up with elbows. I thought the ref was going to stop it. I really did. With 10 seconds left in the third round.
Yeah, I thought that's a problem that some guys do,
Yeah.
They got the guy hurt, the guy started, and they try to like overwhelm him with punches,
Yeah.
I feel the better do you remember Anderson Silva on the old days?
Yeah.
Do you remember how good he was at the ground and pound?
Dude, insane.
Because he pick and choose the shots,
Yeah.
he was not like doing like Zahabi, he was like clean.
Yeah.
If you put the Vitor Belfort fight, was not the kick that got him knocked down, was the punches. And
Yeah.
you can see like Anderson Silva, I think he was the most precise at the ground and
So
pound.
good.
And I think this is what people miss, they try to finish the fight with ground and pound, but you have to be precise. And I think Zahabi was just not precise. He was hurt too, he was tired.
Oh, yeah.
And let's be fucking honest, brother. I never seen a million years Zahabi. Imagine Zahabi and Jose Aldo on the prime.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's
It's no they could not
contest.
even walk on the same street, my brother. 15 years ago, Zahabi would be fucking killed.
No, it was, yeah. 100%.
And then I was a kind of disappointed with his speech. I don't know if the Brazilian guy sounds correctly on the announcer, because Jose Aldo was super disappointed, was super sad.
Really?
Yeah, and he was saying like that he was struggling with himself. He didn't want to fight at all.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I remember
it's just tough to
there was
see a
a quote
champion.
that came out. He was like, mid weight cut, he was like, I don't have to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Which I mean, dude, he's done it so many times, bro.
Yeah.
The mid weight cut to do that, because everyone was kind of pissed at him for, like, they were saying it was disrespectful to his opponent the way that he did it and how he announced that he wasn't going to make weight.
I think it was disrespect with himself, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way but then I was thinking about, you know how hard it is to me nowadays to make the weight.
Yeah.
I want to eat outside every fucking day, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to my home and eat chicken, you know. And when you start to have the fucking money, you just, no, I go to the restaurant. So that's so tough.
Yeah.
Imagine Youseff, a legend, former champion. You know? Fuck that shit, bro. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to make the fucking
The only
weight.
reason he was got 135 was so he could be a double champ, right? He was trying to become a double champ. Why is he killing himself to make 135?
I don't fucking, and that's the fucking problem, you know, because now I think that people got mad at me in Brazil to say that, because in my opinion, him going to 135 hurt his legacy.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, 145, Conor got him, Volkanovski got him, Volkanovski one of the best of all times, and then he's losing to Batista, to Zahabi, you know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful with these guys, yeah. So, but at the same time, they were not in Jose Aldo's level on his prime. So I think that hurt him, you know.
Yeah.
Because now people gonna say, this guy lose to that guy, you know.
Yeah.
I think that hurt him as a legacy, as far as legacy.
He loses to Merab back in 2022, and then he retired after that, right?
Yeah.
Then he comes back to go 1-2. And you could argue that he could have been 2-1 or 3-0 based off of quote unquote robberies or not. The Bautista fight, you could say it was a robbery. The Zahabi fight, you could say it was a robbery. I don't know that I necessarily agree that both those were robberies. I don't know. You know, they're very close fights. Zahabi outstruck him 99-68. Jose Aldo Bautista, we all know how that went. It was a split decision. It was up against the cage. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like, why did he come back? You know, just to go 1-2 and then. But people still wanted to see him fight. He's still a legend. I think people forget about it after a little bit of time, bro. And you still have to look at the whole body of work and the guys.
How long were you doing this? We doing this podcast? Over a year now.
Yeah, yeah.
How many times we talk about Anderson Silva?
You're right, not a lot.
I think not even once.
Yeah.
Maybe when he fought Chelson on the boxing, nobody fucking cares. That's the truth, brother.
Yeah.
You know, you have some GSP, you have one another guy that we're going to talk, but people forget, and they will forget Youseff, I think, you know?
Yeah.
Especially in the American public. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. I mean, even you look at John Jones right now, right? You think he's like, you see what's going around right now with him?
Yeah.
He's like, you know, on a motorcycle on IG Live posting about like, hey, like, I'm not, you know, I'm living my best life.
Doesn't give a fuck, yeah.
No, he don't care, bro. I mean, do you think more fighters should just have that mentality? Because like a lot of guys give into the fact that like they want to do what's best for the fans, for the UFC, for the organization. Like they try to please other people too much. Do you think they should take a step back and just be like, oh no, this is a selfish game. Everyone's going to forget about me. No one cares about me. I'm just a product. I'm just, you know, paid for and that and blah, blah, blah. And you think they should take a step back and just say, oh, like I need to do what's best for myself and not care.
I think so. I think up to every individual, right, to realize that. But you have several business, right? And you can say that you love everybody and everybody, but you know everybody's replaceable. In fighting is like that, you know?
Right.
One day, eventually, they're gonna fight somebody to replace John Jones, like they did with Cormier, like they did with GSP.
Yeah.
And UFC has such a great marketing machine that
now,
they can build. Was like Belal, right? Even myself was calling Belal the GSP because.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they were saying that Walter? I saw a clip of MMA Guru talking about Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
That he was the guy to beat John Jones. That he would beat John Jones.
Yeah.
That Johnny Walker. And I remember back in the day, people and the machine of the UFC was behind Johnny Walker. And you know, everybody was saying because UFC is just They are so big. They have such a big market share, and they are good at promoting fighters. So, man, I think you should care about yourself, because eventually nobody gonna, it's like DJ, right? DJ is one of the guys that are still very relevant on the MMA scene, but maybe he's more popular now than he was when he was UFC champion. What do you think?
I think he is, because he's bounced around so many promotions, and then he's also done a great job with his personal brand and his YouTube channel and his content. He's interviewing all the biggest fighters in the world. He's making content every single day. He's training in Dagestan. He's jumping around, like he's doing jiu-jitsu, he's doing grappling, he's doing kickbox, like he's doing everything, bro. So like he's just a guy that understands the game and knows how to stay relevant. And I mean, go look at his YouTube channel, bro. He's printing money, bro.
Yeah,
printing money. So shout out to Mighty Mouse.
Shout out. And I think he doesn't even like the production is very good.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that expensive to do what he's doing, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine he has a guy, that's like his go-to guy behind the scenes that helps him with all of this. But he's obviously the face of it, and he's very intelligent. He's also very good at interviews. You can tell when people have the skill set of like they're just relatable. They're able to like keep it engaging and talk one-on-one with a guest, and like they're so good at getting like viral moments and laughs, and like I think he's one of those guys that's just so good at it.
Yeah, but I wonder why UFC didn't promote the him that.
You think just because of the lower weight class?
Yes. Yes.
There's no other reason,
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about 125. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
What do you think? The other day I was seeing Pantoja complaining about
pound for pound, or no?
Complaining about the treatment, of not only UFC but the media, especially Brazilian media, that was not giving him too many credits. What do you think about that?
I mean, so I keep seeing him in the pound for pound rankings. I think that's crazy. Yeah.
Why?
No, I think he's getting disrespected in the pound for pound rankings, bro. You seen that?
No.
He's behind Jack Della Maddalena right now.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Jack just won the belt, bro.
Yeah.
I know the guy's won a shitload of fights in a row, but let's look at those pound for pound rankings. I believe he was number 9.
But the thing that I was talking about the UFC machine media was Belal, right?
Yeah.
Because man, I thought I don't want to say that, but I thought he was better, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
You thought Belal was better? What? Just in general?
Just in general. But to be honest with you,
he would do better in the fight.
Yes, he would do better in the fight.
I think that all the credit has to go to Jack, bro. Like people say, oh, Belal didn't implement his game plan, didn't wrestle. Like the guy had 9 takedown attempts. When you think about that fight in your head, you don't even remember that.
I don't remember the takedown attempt.
That's what I'm saying. So like he got, I think 2 or 3 of them. He had success in round 5. I think he was actually concerned about exerting too much energy into unsuccessful takedowns. Like he saw that Jack was defending them, and then he not everyone's Marab, not everyone's gonna be able to shoot 40 takedowns. Like as good as Bilal's cardio is, I don't think it's on that level of like a Marab, where it's like he did not want to exert that much energy, because then he would have left himself vulnerable on the feet if he didn't get the takedowns. But he was able to eat some shots, bro. That's what surprised me the most of the fight, because I had a big bet on the fight to not go the distance. I thought that either Belal would drain his gas tank and finish him late.
You sick, bro?
Oh, yeah, I am right now, yeah. I thought I'll stay far away from
No,
him.
don't worry.
But yeah.
Gilbert's not here. Last week was me.
Yeah, no, so we're good. But yeah, I think I was surprised that Belal was able to eat the shots that he did, and I was surprised that Jack was able to defend the amount of takedowns that he did.
I know that nowadays they have the whole narrative about the 9 takedowns, and I even didn't remember that. But to be honest with you, I thought that Belal could be shot for takedowns early on the fight, Props to him, because he 100% did what he said that he would be on the stand-up, on the striking against Jack Maddalena since the beginning. It is just sad, because the only fight that was not boring from Belal, he lost, right?
I know, and now everybody, it's like...
But you have to give him props.
Yes,
I think you say that on Twitter,
did,
right?
Because people piss me off, dude. MMA fans are the worst fucking fans in the world, bro.
Don't say that, my brother.
No,
they're watching
true.
the fucking
I don't
channel.
care. They know it's the truth. I'm an MMA fan, so I'm allowed to say that. Bro, make up your fucking mind, okay? Do you want fighters to be boring and win and then complain and cry about it? Or do you want guys to go out there, put on a show, and lose close fights, and then you're still going to complain about it? It's like, oh, Bilal didn't implement his game plan enough. Like, bro, make up your mind. Do you want a boring fight or do you want an entertainment fight? Because you can't have both ways. And I just think MMA fans in general are so beyond delusional, bro. Like, they're biased.
You know who else is delusional? Yeah. Fucking BSD. That guy's fucking delusional, my brother. let me tell you something, brother. The level of disrespect of this guy, man. How can he be so delusional?
How so?
How so? Don't you watch the fucking fight?
No, I know.
He looked good?
Of course. No.
He looked fucking bad, right?
He looked very... Bro, he's getting finished by anyone in the... bro, Joel Alvarez would have killed him.
Man, I'm glad fucking Joel Alvarez went to the 170, my brother. He could literally kill BSD.
Yeah. And Gamrot's going to kill him if that fight happens.
No, but tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me, did you watch his post-fight interview?
I don't remember because, I don't remember.
He said Mateus Gamrot sucks, fuck Mateus Gamrot, and then he said that he wants to fight Justin Gaethje. But look at that. Look at that. They offer him the Justin Gaethje fight and he refused. Yeah. Right? And Mateus accept the fight, and then the other day they say no. He say no.
Yeah.
So the two guys that he turned down, now he's saying he wants to fight them and say Mateus Gamrot suck.
Yeah.
He just got beat twice, and then he beat a guy 18-8.
Yeah.
With no victories in UFC, and he still thinks he's on the top.
I know.
Can you believe? You know what that?
Yeah.
Because fucking UFC love these European guys, brother. They love him, They fucking love this piece of shit.
I think they know now that he's not the guy, bro. I mean, look, I don't understand because BSD came out and said before the fight, he said, hey, the reason I turned down the Gamrot fight is because I want to fight on this Canada card. He's like, let me finish this guy, and then I will literally go out and fight Gamrot in 2 weeks from now. So let's make that fight now. He didn't take any damage.
Not at all.
Took a little bit.
No, not at all.
I mean, it went into the second round, but but bro, he's so susceptible on the feet, dude.
Yes.
Like anyone with decent striking or decent UFC experience would have got that finish early in round 2.
And that's a problem, because back in the day when he got in the UFC, he was very aggressive. Do you remember? But on this last fight, he didn't look very aggressive. He was afraid. Of course,
he's a changed guy. You and Dustin both changed his.
No, Dustin was Dustin first. I got that.
Yeah. But Dustin hit him with a big shot. You beat the brakes off of him on the ground, bro.
Brother, I cannot believe these guys, brother. Now you're telling MMA fans fucking suck, my brother. Look at that. I was 6 streaky wins.
Yeah.
Only fighting killers.
Yeah.
I fucking beat the shit off BSD.
Yeah.
And then I lost to arguably one of the best guys in the world, pound for pound.
Yeah.
And
the best.
Yeah, the best. Yeah. Like on a 1 day notice, and Saturday on Twitter, people say, "Hey, Moicano, if you fought BSD again, he would kill you and this and that. You just lost your fight."
So
brother, how can you compare Islam to this guy that he fought?
It's a joke.
It's a fucking
Islam's
joke.
literally better everywhere.
Yeah, he's a fucking joke. So fans, you have to use your fucking brains, brother. Don't be a fucking monkey, right?
Yeah, no, the fans, I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to keep hating on MMA fans, but it's just the fucking truth, man. Like, it's so bad at this point. Like, it is so bad. The shit that they say and do, and like...
But that's good, you know why? Because if you're losing, they shit on you, but one win, you're back.
Yeah.
They have very short memories, right?
No,
one win and you're back. And guess who's backing, my brother? Money Moicano.
When's your fight, bro? When is it?
When do you think? If you could guess.
It's not International Fight Week, is it?
Why not?
Yeah?
No, I don't know. I'm asking you. I don't have a fight, bro.
That'd be sick, bro. I think it's too soon, though.
That's too soon?
Is that June or July?
I don't fucking know, bro. I don't have a fight yet.
I think it's...
And even if I did, I cannot tell you. So what's the point?
June 25th. So, I mean, would you realistically be ready to fight in 6 weeks? Or no?
Why not?
Yeah? Okay.
I don't know.
International Fight Week. Let's make it happen, bro. UFC, book this man for International Fight Week. Money Moicano, June 25th to 29th. International
Do you
Fight
think
Week.
that would be good?
As far as what? Like for you or...
Yeah. Why is so special? What do you think? Do you think makes any difference fighting in fight weekend?
It's like, you know, it's so the NFL, you know, like the Hall of Fame in the NFL, or like the it's kind of like, what am I trying to say? In the NFL, there's like what's their once a year thing? It's like that in
Super
the UFC.
Bowl.
Yeah, no, the Super Bowl is like the two best teams. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think there's a lot of, you know, marketing power and star power behind International Fight Week. So I think it'd be cool to have you on that, bro.
And who do you think is going to be the main event? Since did you saw the
I
news?
think it's gonna be.
Did you saw the news? No, we have to talk about this, my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
I didn't want to talk trash to my boy Alex Pereira,
Yeah.
but man, that fucking hacker thing was bullshit, right?
What thing?
He's
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
100%.
the hacker thing.
The scammer.
Yeah, they scam. They say like now
100%
is
bullshit. He deleted the video. It's obviously bullshit. But I knew the first day he posted it, because I said to myself, I'm like, bro, if you're a scammer or a hacker, what's the first thing you do when you hack someone's account? You either promote a bullshit meme coin or a crypto address, or you say something so outrageous, right?
yeah.
He didn't do any of that.
No,
He
no.
said the most respectful.
Yeah,
It sounded
yeah,
like fucking
yeah,
Peloton, bro.
yeah.
It was like, I loved, dude, the only thing I hated about the whole thing was the fact that he came out and said it was a hacker. Because I think he made a power fucking move by tweeting that.
Do you think so?
Yes.
I think that was not good.
No, I
You're
think
trying
because
to
he
push
said it's-
against your boss, my brother.
But it's the way he did it. He said, in the most respectful way, he said, I've been the fucking man for you guys. I've come out and saved the day. How many times now? You guys should give me the respect back. He said it so professionally and respectfully. Now, you can argue whether he should or shouldn't have said it publicly or not versus directly to them. But I love the way he went about it. And then the thing I didn't like is like, why come out? You should have came out and tripled down. When you
And he was laughing.
double
Did you
down
see
on
the
your
video?
hand, bro.
He was, brother, I was hacking. He was fucking
I
laughing.
wanted him to double down on that position. He surrendered his hand. He was like, oh, it was a hacker.
Yeah.
He should have fucking doubled
Brother,
down.
I
on
was
it.
laughing my ass off. I made a video about that because it's like a hacking guy. He
Yeah.
goes to your PC and they put like 200K. He pay your mortgage. You know, he send a letter for your wife. I love you. You know,
Yeah.
he does all the good things. Why somebody would hack you and do such a thing, brother?
I don't know.
You know, that's the most. That's the best. The best hacker.
The fact that he deleted it is it tells us all we need to know, bro. in my
Yeah, but
opinion.
I'm asking you about that because now Ankalaev said that they were supposed to fight on International Fight Week,
Yeah.
and he would save UFC again,
right.
right?
Yeah.
He will still be the man.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it was a timing thing. I think he wanted. So my assumption of the situation, or my opinion of the situation, is that Peloton wanted the direct rematch, but he wanted more time to prepare for it. And the USC is pretty much like, hey, take this fight at International Fight Week, or we're going to give it to this guy or that guy.
Yeah.
That's my understanding of the situation. I could be wrong.
Do you
I
think
don't know.
he is Iri?
Like,
Who do you think is the guy that they're going to put instead of
who'd
Poatan?
you say?
Prorasha?
Oh, Yuri.
Yuri.
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking about is, who's the other kickboxer from City Kickboxing?
Carlos Ulberg.
Ulberg, yeah. So I think he's a guy that could put on a really exciting performance. Ulberg, because he's got good takedown defense too. Him versus Ankalaev would be a great fight. I'm wondering if they were looking at him or a Yuri Prohaska. I don't know, but we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. Peloton, you can't replace Peloton at the end of the day. So another fight I wanted to ask you about, Whittaker versus RDR, bro. That's supposedly set to be the main event for USC Abu Dhabi in July.
You know, I would like to see better RDR against Caio Borralho.
Yeah, I think Kaya smokes him.
You think Whittaker has more chance? Yesterday I
I think
had
Kaya
on
is
my
better grappling than Whittaker, I think.
yesterday I had Caio Borralho on my podcast,
Okay.
and it's unbelievable. 9 months without fighting, he wants to fight anybody.
I know, yeah.
Any
He's
fucking body.
he's calling out everyone.
Yeah, you know, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Imavov doesn't want to fight him,
Yeah.
and literally they're going to put Derrida to fight Whittaker, doesn't make any sense. Or do you think it make any sense?
What, Whittaker versus Day Ritter?
Yeah.
I think, that now that you say that, that's a good point because like RDR just fought and Kaio's sitting around waiting for a fight. It's like make Kaio versus Whittaker.
Yeah, but he said like if they offer him the reader, he would take the fight too. He said, "I'm fighting anybody,
Yeah, he
even
just wants to fight.
Anthony Hernandez, whoever wants."
I understand.
So that's my whole point, and I want to make a statement and ask your opinion about that because I saw a lot of people, especially on Twitter, saying that because back in the day, we used to say that MMA was the best than boxing because the best fight the best all the time. Yeah. But this is not happening anymore, right? People are choosing fights. You know, like this. Imavov doesn't want to fight Caio Borralho, and Islam doesn't want to fight Topuria. Yeah. What's happening? Do you think UFC could force them to fight? Do you think that's something that should be changed in UFC? What's your opinion on that?
No, I think it's all negotiation at the end of the day. You can't force someone to fight someone. Even if
Why not?
Because even if there's a contract...
Back in the day, they say that to me. Hey, you're fighting this day with this guy. If not, you fuck it.
Yeah, but as much as you think you didn't have a choice, you still have a choice. Like, you can say, no, I'm not fighting him, or no, I'm retiring. Like, if you really wanted to. So all I'm saying is a piece of paper is a piece of...
not a...
Bro, a piece of paper is a piece of paper. Like, a contract is literally a piece of paper. It's a matter of what's actually enforceable. To me, it's like you can't really
kick
make
you out.
Yeah, I mean, of course there's repercussions of saying no, but I'm just saying you still have a choice, you know. But I understand what you're saying at the end of the day. I would love to see RDR versus Whittaker, but I'd rather see Kaio because I feel like he deserves a big fight. I understand why Imavov isn't taking that Kaio fight, though, because if you knock out Adesanya, you almost feel like that's like a title shot off of that, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, they will... You're not the next, you know?
I'm just saying, if you knock out one of the greatest guys in the weight class of all time and make it look easy, you would think you're next. So that's why he wants to wait around, I think. Why else would he not take that fight? It's a high-risk fight for him. If he loses that fight, he could be 3 fights away from a title fight now, or 2.
Yeah, but the problem is what you do with Kaio. You know, that's the problem.
No, I know, but Imavov's not worried about Kaio. He's worried about, I want a title fight. So he's looking at it as, I'd rather just sit around and then let Hamzat fight or whatever and see what happens, and then I'm next. That's what he thinks, right? Because he's on a big win streak.
How many wins does he have?
I mean, he had beat Cannonier. He knocked out Adesanya. He knocked TK.
He lost to Sean Strickland, right?
Yeah, but I think that was his last loss. Let's see. So Imavov, I mean, the dude's 16-4 professionally. Let's see when his last loss. I think his last loss was the Strickland fight. Yeah, that was back in 2023, January 2023. So he's
not that long.
He's beat Brendan Allen, Adesanya, Cannonier, and Roman Dolidze since. You know, I mean that's a pretty good 4-fight win streak against the top 7 guys.
Brendan Allen fell, right?
Brendan Allen's he's been going through it, bro. I thought he was right there. I thought
he was good.
Yeah,
good striking, good jiu-jitsu.
He is. He just sometimes I feel like abandons his striking, like he did in the Imavov fight, and that was in Paris.
Yeah,
I remember. Like he was looking really good early in that fight. Got that body lock takedown, got the fight to the ground, and then just round 2, he just started telegraphing those takedowns. But I think I'm still pretty bullish on Brendan Allen. I think he's gonna
bullish.
Yeah, like I still think the guy's got the skill, a good enough skill set to make a run. He just got to put it together, you know. What about let's go back to Gamrot for a second. I want to ask you because I don't know if that fight's going to happen now with Gamrot and
no, but Gamrot and Ludovic Klein.
BSD. So now is it Mauricio Rufy? Is it Ludovic Klein
for BSD?
For Gamrot.
No, Gamrot has a fight.
Which one is it?
Ludovic Klein.
Is it done?
Yeah, he's fighting in like 2-3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, very tough fight, not an easy one. You know, guy outside the rankings.
Mauricio Rufy turned down a fight against Gamrot.
Yes.
I think guys just don't want short notice fights against Gamrot because it's just a hard style to prepare for on short notice.
Yeah. You know? But I don't know. I think Mauricio Rufy it's crazy to not get the fight, the opportunity, you know?
With Gamrot, because he's a higher rank.
He's outside the rankings,
Yeah.
you know? I know UFC likes him a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he didn't accept the fight, right?
I think it's just because the style, like you want to prepare for that relentless wrestling, but he should have took the fight though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's a tough fight, but that could put you on the top 10, right? Top 7 or 6, something like that.
Exactly.
You would be like right away from a title shot.
Yeah.
And then is this Gamrot is fighting Ludovic Klein. Man, that's a tough fight.
Dude,
that's not an easy fight.
When I watched Ludovic Klein's last fight, I was like, this guy's takedown defense has gotten so good. Like, I'm actually nervous for Gamrot on that fight because Ludovic Klein's a guy with elite striking and kickboxing, but the really good base and center of gravity and takedown defense. That's a hard fight, I think, for Gamrot.
Yeah, it's not an easy fight. And that show up just who Mateus Gora is, you know?
Yeah.
I remember since the beginning on American Top Team, he was the guy that he used to have troubles with me on the training on the beginning.
Yeah.
But he always, let's train together. And then, like every training session, he just want the best training partners. You know, he's not a guy that is afraid to take risks or to tap to get better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
Because usually in training, if you training with a guy, the guy is a little better than you, you may want to avoid. No, Mateus Gora. He wants to
Always
keep
get better.
pushing and get better.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's better than you on the.
Yeah.
You know, so he's a hard worker, man. He's a
sure.
very hard worker.
Definitely.
Yeah. But again, he's just like Grant Dawson. Let me tell you something, my brother. Grant Dawson is fucking mad at you, my brother.
At me?
Yeah,
Why?
fucking mad at you, my brother.
What'd
I
I
just
do?
realized that yesterday.
What'd I do?
Because he listened to Show Me the Money podcast, right?
Yeah.
And he, Money Moicano, let's watch the podcast. And then you were asking him about who Paddy Pimblett would beat on the top 15. And then you say somebody below his ranking, and then you jump him and keep asking about the guys and didn't ask about him, you know?
I didn't ask about him.
Yeah, you didn't ask
I
about
think
him.
I was reading like the Tapology rankings or something.
Topology? Yeah, but
I don't
on the
know where I
official
was
rankings,
looking.
he's
Yeah.
like, he I think he's 15 or 14. He say, Moicano, in your show, you said, I don't know if you
Hey.
didn't say my name because you don't think I can beat Paddy Pimblett. You say like that.
Nah.
And you say, man, I was super mad at you. And say, no, this is Matty podcast. You have to be mad at Matty. That's not my podcast,
Hey,
you know?
to
Let's
be-
bring
to-
him here.
I'm down. To be fair, Grant Dawson, I think you would beat Paddy Pimblett. So my bad. We'd love to have you on the show. Let's talk.
And you
about
better put this on Instagram, my brother, for everybody to see.
Yeah, you guys got to put this clip on Instagram.
Grant Dawson,
you gotta-
we here, my brother.
Yeah, Grant Dawson, you got to come to the podcast. We'll talk about it. But no, I would take Dawson over Paddy Pimblett, bro. Dawson's too well rounded, I think, for him.
Too well rounded. And and the funny thing was, he say I said no, but Matty was talking about the rankings. It was not me. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was just asking, and he say, maybe I need to promote me better because my own teammates are not remember me on the top 15. So maybe I'm doing a bad job on social media.
Yeah.
And that was my point when I say Gamrot and even Dawson, you know, because nowadays doesn't matter how good you are.
Yeah.
You have to some way to connect with the fans,
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
This
hey,
is a
Grant
fucking
Dawson
business.
did that thing on the mic where he talked about his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Dude, when he did that, everybody was talking about him. He's got to do more stuff like that, you know, that shows his personality.
But that's the problem because like if you don't have a podcast, if you don't talk
Yeah.
a lot, people forget.
Right.
Because once it is go viral in one night, you know, you have to build the audience. So I think that would be a good thing for him to be on the show.
For sure. No, let's definitely have him on.
Yeah.
All right, let's break down the UFC Vegas 106 card. Our very own Gilbert Torino Burns is the main event. Moicano, take a guess what his betting odds are up to right now.
I think he's 5-1 underdog.
More now.
More?
Dude, so...
Can I bet? I cannot bet, brother. Maybe on the
Plus
sidelines.
525. I've seen as high as 6-1 on some sites. If you guys go check out betopenly.com, our partner of the show, he is plus 775. You know why that is? Because it's peer-to-peer gambling. It removes the sports book from the equation. You get the best odds in the world on that site because it pairs one sports bettor with another. So someone would have to bet Michael Morales, and then you would bet Gilbert Burns. They're going to pair you together, and they're going to middleman your bet. Gilbert Burns is a plus 775 underdog.
So it's you against another guy. There is no
sports book.
You know, you bet he gonna win. You bet he going to lose.
And then bet openly takes 1% off the top.
So if you put $100, you make 700
on Gilbert.
Yeah.
So on bet openly, it would be 775 profit on the 100.
77.
Crazy. But you have to find. But the problem is like the one challenge of peer-to-peer betting is you need someone on the other side that's gonna lay.
Okay. So maybe you don't have the counterpart.
Correct. That is a possibility. But there are whales on there that'll put big money down and say, "Oh, I'll put 800 down to win 100." Like people will do that.
Really?
For sure. If they're like it's a lock, if they think it's a lock, they'll do that. So
let me ask you something. What about the other sport books? Because this is peer-to-peer. What's the line? The
yeah, it's about in Florida
4
here.
4 to 1, 5 to 1.
Yeah, plus 525, and then Michael Morales is minus 750. So it's a big variance there. Plus 525.
These guys, they are not putting enough credit on Gilbert Burns.
Bro, and then you want to hear this? Gilbert by knockout, 17 to 1. Gilbert by submission, 12 to 1. Gilbert by decision,
12 to 1.
12 to 1. Submission for 12 to 1. Should I do it?
Take my money, bro. Take my fucking money. Taking me home,
honest
bro.
Opinion, bro.
Huh?
Let's assume Gilbert wins. What do you think is his path? Submission, decision, or KO? What do you think is most likely out of the three?
I think he gonna finish this guy.
But which KO or sub?
No, sub.
Dude, 12 to 1.
Fuck it, 12 to 1, my brother. You know, the guy gonna start to gas out. Gilbert Burns go over there, take down,
rear
he
naked
give
choke?
his back, and then it's all done, my brother. It's all business.
Maybe an arm triangle, bro.
Maybe
like
arm
the Neil
triangle,
Magny
but
fight?
I mean, the guy is big, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be easy to lock the arm triangle, so maybe the rear naked choke, maybe we going crazy Kimura, my brother. Maybe Gilbert Burns. But remember that he's our friend, so we maybe be biased here.
I don't care. I'm doing it, bro.
How much money you putting, Matty? You know what? 7 to 1, I would put like 15,000. Me.
15,000?
Yeah.
What's 7 times 15, bro?
Bro, I'm not a fucking doctor, my bro.
A doctor.
I'm not a
what does a doctor have to do with math, bro?
They are smart, bro. Don't you know that? They have to be smart to be doctor.
Yeah, 15. No.
105.
105, right? 105,000. Yeah.
Take my money, my brother. Take my fucking money.
Just give it to me. After the show, bro.
They are abroad. This company. Can I bet? Like on the sidelines. What do you think?
What company?
The company that you
Bet
say.
openly?
Yeah, bet openly.
Nah, I mean.
The U.S.
Yeah,
base?
the U.S. based. Yeah, but
So that's dumb, my brother. That's federal crime, bro.
Bro, Gilbert Burns has fought. His losses are against Bilal, Sean Brady, JDM, and Kamar Usman.
And he was beating the shit out of the JDM, bro.
Bro, his losses are against literally the 4 of the best guys in the world. Like, I know Michael Morales is undefeated. He's 25 years old. He does have a 95% takedown defense and a 9-inch reach advantage. But who has he fought, bro? His best win was Neil Magny, right?
Yeah. I would
And
not
Gilbert
say...
finished him just as easily.
Yeah.
So the odds are disrespectful. Of course, we're going with Gilbert in that one.
How much money we talking about, man? Be honest. Be honest.
I mean,
Betting the house?
No.
No, the house you don't trust your bro?
I knew you were going to do that. I'm going to probably put 20,000.
20,000, bro?
That's a lot, bro.
That's a lot disrespect, my bro. That's a lot of disrespect against Gilbert, man. I say 50K. This is going fucking viral. You guys going to fucking love it. Imagine, my brother, 50K. This motherfucker make how many bands do you gonna make off this, brother? 150?
Yo, imagine if what if I put 50,000 on Gilbert by submission? It would pay 650,000.
Brother, this guy's a fucking DJ, my brother.
650,000 on the submission, bro. And I guess what? I'm gonna be at the Apex. Could you imagine how loud I'm gonna be at the Apex? It's quiet as shit in there.
Maybe
I'll be running around the whole fucking Apex.
Yeah,
with a $600,000 ticket in my hand, bro.
Maybe Michael Bisping would be on the broadcast and say, "Who the fuck is that guy having a heart attack over there?" And that guy, fucking crazy.
Yo, Michael Bisping, bro. Did I tell you what he did to me?
No,
I didn't tell you what Bisping did to me.
no.
Michael Bisping made a video. It was like a MyBookie ad. You know the bullshit ads that you fighters do all the time? Oh, promote, go to mybookie.ag.
Yeah.
You know, all the bullshit ads that they barely put any effort into.
Yeah.
Well, he put effort into his video ad, right? The start of his video, Michael Bisping was like, are you guys tired of losing your UFC bets? And the B-roll video was me
Really?
crinkling up a fucking losing ticket and throwing my hat against the wall.
Yeah.
He put me in this video, bro, like saying like I lost my bet.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you guys tired of losing bets? And then he gave out his picks on the card. That was like a few weeks ago.
But do you think he thought about that, or he just got a random footage?
Nah, it was his video editor.
Yeah?
But he's still it's still his video though.
The level of disrespect, Michael Bisping. You know, the level of disrespect, Michael Bisping.
Michael Bisping, I'm coming for you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm coming for Michael Bisping. Michael Bisping, let's go head to head on our picks for this weekend's UFC Apex card.
I bet he's not gonna bet 50K on Gilbert Burns, my brother. So
Nah, yeah, he won't.
you know, I think. No, be honest.
He's allowed to bet though.
Let's discuss that as a business, my brother.
Yeah.
As a home fighting employees, bro.
Yeah.
I think that should be a investment for the company.
Yeah,
You know?
it really could be.
Yeah, that's an investment for the company, you know, because I think they're gonna
pay huge
bring us
dividends for
leverage.
the
Yeah,
shareholders.
huge dividends for the shareholders.
Hey, I'm down, bro.
Exactly.
I'm in.
50K. You
50K
down?
to win 650 on the submission. Or
No, that's
just-
too much.
Just
bro.
money line.
Just money fucking line. 7-1. You going 12?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
even if we get 5 plus 550, right?
But imagine you put on the submission.
And he KOs him.
And then he KO, or then he
I
win
know.
by decision.
I know.
You're going to be so fucking mad, you know?
No, I'm gonna bet the money line no matter what. I'm betting him to win. But
50K, it's good. Good business, bro.
yeah. That would be like 300.
That's going
It would
to
get
grow
like-
the GDP, you know?
It would bring like
That's going to help
300K
America,
back.
my brother.
It would bring like 300K back, bro.
12-1.
No,
Yeah.
6.
6, okay.
Yeah. Like 5 or 6 to
Yeah.
1, depending on what number I get in Las Vegas. Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna bet it in Vegas.
So you're not betting on the sponsor company?
I'm gonna bet there too, but again, it's peer to peer, so I don't know how much I'll be able to get fulfilled.
Okay.
Right. So I want to do a little bit of both.
Okay.
Let's talk on the co-main.
So you're betting on the legacy system and on the other one?
On the what?
On the casinos, the legacy system, bro.
Yeah, I mean the casinos. I'm betting on the sports books too. I use both.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are a man of culture, my brother. On the casino culture.
Fuck the casinos, bro.
Yeah, fuck the casino.
I hate them, bro. I want.
You don't hate the casinos, my brother.
No, I do hate them. I want to take them for $1 million, but badly. I will do it. I promise.
I think better than win is win against the casino. I think that's the best.
for sure.
Right?
I'd rather,
Fuck
bro.
these ninjas,
I would
bro.
rather, bro. If I could take if I could take $1 million from a random person, or I could take 800K from the casino, I'd rather take the 800K.
No, 100%. Me too.
You know?
Fuck this casino.
Yeah, I don't want to take it from some random person. I want to take the casino.
Yeah,
money.
because probably he's going to shoot himself, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
let's talk on the. There's a few other fights I want to talk on before we finish up here. Bellato versus Paul Craig. Paul Craig's another big underdog, bro. Plus 450. What do you think?
I would be surprised if Paul Craig wins.
Yeah.
I think he's fucking done.
You think this guy's that good though?
No, I
No.
don't think this guy is that good.
He's got big power, but
He get tired.
he makes mistakes. He gets
He makes
tired.
mistakes, yeah.
Yeah.
He almost lose to Igor
Ihor
Potira.
Pereira, yeah.
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 Man,
Ihor's
I don't
not
fucking care, bro. I'm sell on 50K on Gilbert Burns, my brother. I think
I know.
that's
I
the
agree.
fucking best.
I
Don't
agree.
fucking spend your money on
I
fucking
agree.
Paul Craig, bro.
All right.
Are
Fair
you
enough.
kidding? This is a business opportunity of
Fair
the
enough,
century,
fair
my
enough,
brother.
Fair enough. But there's a couple other good fights.
Okay, let me count. Let me.
Melky Costa versus Juliana Rosa. Juliana Rosa's plus 280 underdog or plus 180 underdog.
I think Melky will win,
Really?
but I'm not sure.
Julian's hands are looking good with Eric Nixon.
Good guillotine,
Good guillotine. Really good guillotine.
but I don't trust him.
14 wins by submission in his career.
I don't trust him that much to put money, bro.
Okay.
But you know who I trust? Gilberto Burns.
Gilbert, yes.
I'm gonna say you guys on that. Put your money on Gilberto Burns, even though this is not financial advisor, my brother.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. It's not, bro. It's not.
All right, let's see what else there is. Sadiq Youseff versus Marion Santos.
I think they rushing Mario Santos.
That's a tough step up.
That's a fucking tough step up.
This is at lightweight too.
That's lightweight? Why?
Both guys going up to lightweight for this fight.
But why? They
I think both are having trouble with their weight cuts, and they both wanted to move up.
But they will move up, or they will just fight in the lightweight and get back to 45.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they are that big for the 55.
Yeah, Sadiq Youssef's kind of stocky though.
Yeah, but it's still short.
Yeah,
Mario is short.
You going Youseff?
I go with Sadiq. Yeah.
What about Dustin Stolfis?
Sadiq Youseff.
What about Dustin Stolfis versus Nursultan Ruzaboa?
I don't give a fuck about this guy, brother. If you are a Rizebuev fan, get the fuck out of here, my brother. I don't want you on my comments. I don't want you on my videos, bro.
I got a really good one for you. You can't be biased on this one.
Don't you remember what they did to Gilbert Burns, brother? These motherfuckers. I don't know even where they're from, bro.
No, I'm talking about this next fight. Jared Gordon versus Thiago Moisés. That's very good fight.
Easy money.
Really?
Yeah.
For Thiago.
Easy money.
No.
I'm sorry, Jerry Gordon.
No.
You're very nice guy on Twitter. You say some funny shit, but guess what? You're getting sub, bro.
You really think?
No. I will bet on that, bro.
He arguably beat Patty, right?
That's easy, bro.
He's good takedown defense, good striking. I think it's a very close fight that goes the distance. I think it goes the distance.
Thiago Moisés finish second round.
Sub.
You can sub. You can remember that, brother.
Hey,
remember
Thiago Moisés is 2-2 in his last 4. He lost to BSD, lost to Ludovic Klein.
BSD when he was not fucked.
I know. But he did beat Mitch Ramirez and Trey Ogden. But he's fought Joe Alvarez, Islam Makhachev, Damir Ismagulov. Like, he's fought really... Benil Dariush, like, he's fought really good competition.
Benil Dariush sucks, bro. Kidding me?
When is that fight, bro?
I don't know.
So you're going Thiago Moisés. I think that I'm gonna just bet on that fight to go the distance. I'm not taking either side.
How much is paying for the distance? Go to distance.
I thought you'd like the sub though.
No, yes, but it's just because I'm biased.
Right. All right, let's take a look.
It's not easy to finish Jared Gordon.
It's not up yet. The line's not up.
But
yet.
how much do you think? I think
it'll probably be favored to go the distance.
Yeah.
It'll probably be favored.
Yeah,
so.
minus money.
All right. Any last fights here? I think that's everything. That's it, bro. It's a very top-heavy card. Not a ton of good prelims, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the card here. Moicano, tell the people what they need to do, including the Gilbert fight.
Thank you so much, everybody. If you can, subscribe, like. I already told you guys that. And please, don't throw the housing money, but put a good portion of your retirement.
Just the car.
Just the car on Gilbert Burns, my brother. He locked in, right, Matty? He's locked in.
He's dialed in, bro.
Dialed in, and he's going to fucking finish this guy, Michael Morales. 100%. Thank you so much. See you soon, motherfuckers.